What's up, everybody? Welcome to ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. I'm Drew Bull, so you can find me on Twitter at ArtisticGamer28, and that's the one, the only. It is Scott Savage. You can find him on Twitter at Savage. Scott, what's going on today?
Did you know they've remade Pong?
For what?
It's called Windjammers 3. I'm playing it right now on Xbox, but it's just like Pong if you could level that up another 40 years. It's cool.
I've seen that, actually. It does look pretty cool. Dude, everybody can be joining us live over on twitch.tv/theofficial ITG, as well as YouTube at ITG Reviews. But if you can't join us live, hit us up later. InsideTheGame.ca, podcast services, and TV streaming networks around the globe. Scott, coming up on today's show, what's one of the best studios around working on? Well, leaks suggest Naughty Dog's next game and other projects could be... Actually, I don't know. That's weird, dude. I put in half a sentence there. I've never done that before, but we do have some leaks what they're working on, and it's a cool one. I did read it, and we talked about some multiplayer too, so we'll get there. One of the best classics of point and click adventure games makes it return, and what just went mobile, dude? You're not gonna believe this, but Blue Box Game Studios once again are back to clean things up. Dude, will it ever end?
Oh man, there's a few topics that have come around time and time this year already. This is one of the more positive ones, but yikes.
Yikes is an understatement, man. I'm just so done. Yeah. Let's get into it.
We gotta fit the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's see.
We gotta fit everything going on. A major Naughty Dog leak seemingly reveals details on upcoming projects. This comes from Parth over at Game Ramp. Naughty Dog is considered to be one of Sony's best first-party studios. The developer has released major hits for PlayStation consoles and received several awards for its work on the Uncharted and The Last of Us franchise. It has been almost 2 years since Naughty Dog released The Last of Us Part 2. We know it's been a while, man, that's for sure. And fans have been patiently waiting for new announcements. Naughty Dog has confirmed that it's working on a multiplayer title set in the Last of Us universe, and rumors suggest that the remake of the original Last of Us is also in development at the studio. Scott, that makes a lot of sense lining up with the TV show, though, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, it does. They're going to put all their hype kind of surrounding it. I thought... Was the multiplayer just put off a long time ago to be a separate entity? Because I remember it was supposed to be an update or a DLC for the longest time.
Well, so apparently it went back to the drawing board. That's the biggest rumblings I've heard, is that it's gone back to the drawing board of what they want this to be. Their main focus was the single player campaign, and they absolutely crushed it. It's definitely well worth waiting for, because we saw, a pushback and a couple of delays and stuff like that. So to be able to focus in on such a heavy story-driven narrative like The Last of Us Part 2, definitely well worth the wait. I'm glad they did it. And now they're working on the multiplayer, which is kind of one of those things, right? It's too bad, because if it had the multiplayer, dude, I'd probably still be playing The Last of Us Part 2 right now. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's just that it is being such a narrative-led game. Multiplayer is just not necessary for it.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it is.
It kind of reminds me of that Tomb Raider multiplayer that we played. We played it way back on Stadia, you and I, but I had played it on 360 prior to that. And it was weird. It was really cool, but it was completely not necessary to what's going on in Tomb Raider.
No, for sure. Yeah, dude, I forgot about that. That's funny. But now, a new leak shares details on some of Naughty Dog's upcoming projects. As always, every leak should be taken with a grain of salt. The information comes from Oops Leaks, with IGN later reporting it as well. It states that the upcoming Last of Us multiplayer game began as a battle royale title. Now, granted, Scott, factions had that kind of a battle royale-esque feel. It was PvP, obviously. It was one team against another, but it had this kind of centric, overarching, go out, gather resource material kind of thing, right? And then from there, craft your items, just like The Last of Us. It made a lot of sense, worked really well. Factions was a cool multiplayer, dude, but that was PS3, like PS3, yeah, so it was a while ago, but it was been completely rebooted. It's now a mix between Escape from Tarkov and The Division, and more modes based on the original faction game mode from The Last of Us. The leaker describes it as an online game that offers single-player-like experience, adding that it will be a free-to-play title that will launch on PlayStation 5 and PC, released scheduled for later.
Ooh,
that's pretty cool,
man.
If
there's any commingling happening with those two, because I do appreciate my PC ports of PlayStation games.
Absolutely. The leak also confirms that Naughty Dog is working on a new IP with a fantasy setting. The single player game is currently in full production. However, Naughty Dog co-president Neil Druckmann is not involved in this project. Finally, the leaker claims that the Naughty Dog has outlined a script for The Last of Us Part 3. But the studio is busy with other projects and the game has reportedly not entered the production stage. Whew, dude, there's a lot to take in right there, isn't there? Wow.
Yeah, well, it sounds like it's a lot of good news in terms of Naughty Dog, and I think I agree with them. They seem to be one of the better developers across the whole board. I was going to say PlayStation, but including everybody, Naughty Dog seems to be high up there. I remember
Absolutely.
hearing a little bit of some rumors about certain members really grinding the dev team into some really bad crunch time, but that's happened across the whole industry now. Everybody's trying to react to that.
Yeah, without a doubt. Right. Absolutely. We'll see what happens here. The fact that they're working on a fantasy setting game really kind of went, wow. Like that's different from what we've seen as of late, right? We've seen Uncharted. We've seen The Last of Us, a much more grounded, realistic kind of atmosphere. Obviously, zombies being a whole genre of its own, but still bringing in such a strong narrative focus for them to go over to fantasy side. Dude, I honestly, I just from there I go right to like Elder Scrolls or Skyrim or something along that line, right?
Yeah.
Which could be, or even The Witcher in that sense. Dude, if Naughty Dog does something like The Witcher,
Ooh, it could work out really well. Yeah, they have a good track record so far.
absolutely. Yeah. I don't think we'll be let down. That's for sure. But you
Yeah.
never know, right? You kind of wait. They've been riding this high for so long. Will they reach a stumbling stone where they kind of trip and maybe fall a little bit on their feet? We didn't think that would come out of CD Projekt Red, but then look at them, right? Honestly,
Yeah, it's true.
they came out with Cyberpunk.
Nothing's guaranteed anymore.
No, absolutely not. But here's something that was guaranteed now, Scott. This is wicked. It is the return of Monkey Island. It was announced. This is from Izzy over at The Gamer. A new Monkey Island game has been announced. The Secret of Monkey Island, helmed by series creator Ron Gilbert. He's been pretty vocal in his dislike of the curse of and Escape from Monkey Island. So this entry is being advertised as the follow-up to Secret of Monkey Island and Monkey Island 2 LeChuck's Revenge. As well as a website, returntomonkeyisland.com. You can go there to see the full announcement and everything. Dude, the fact that they're bringing back one of the best point and click adventure games is just, I didn't think I'd see the day where Monkey Island made its return. I thought it was just done.
I thought there was only one. I think it was Secret of Monkey Island. I wasn't aware that this was such a giant IP.
Yeah.
It was recommended to me years ago, and I never actually played. So it might have to do some catching up if we're gonna see a Monkey Island 2. I'm told it's really good.
Dude, it's one of the best. The comical writing within this game is fantastic. I remember sitting around hanging out with my cousin. We both were hanging out and playing it on his PC. It's really, I think, kind of what's one of the things that sparked my interest in point and click, because it was just so well done. It was so cool. And it was all this puzzle solving, right? So definitely a game I highly look forward to. What we don't know is much about the new game other than it's coming in 2022 though, Scott. Dude, we're going to see it this year.
Okay.
So
wow,
that's cool.
That's a surprise. Yeah, that's very quickly.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see that already. I thought, okay, it's game announced.
I wonder if there's reusing of assets and being a point and click. Maybe that's not a 4-year kind of development track. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, okay. So when Monkey Island first initially came out, dude, like this is back in the 90s, even maybe before that. Yeah, so this is made from the ground up as a new game coming out this year. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I can't wait. I did get a press release on this, and then we see it come here into other outlets and stuff like that. So pretty pumped, dude. I'm excited for the next one. I couldn't believe this morning.
Yeah,
my
this
wife
one's a little weird.
showed me this. Dude, I'm pretty excited. Ubisoft announces a brand new Rainbow Six game. It's a mobile game, Scott. A Rainbow Six Siege, one of my most played games ever. I'm currently sitting at 1,040 or 50 hours. So
yeah, you were plus 1,000, and that's the big deal because Well, other than MLB The Show, I'm not sure if you hit those numbers regularly.
Dude, it is yeah. I this is my go-to game, right? This is what we always play. It's got some Richard over a game, but Ubisoft has announced that it is bringing its renowned tactical multiplayer shooter Rainbow Six to new platforms. Since its initial launch on PC and consoles in 2015, Rainbow Six Siege has become one of the most popular online shooters of its time, generating over 80 million players worldwide. Now, that experience is coming to the palm of your hands on mobile devices. Rainbow Six Mobile looks to be an authentic experience as possible, bringing forth its tactical gameplay in varied multiplayer modes. Rainbow Six Mobile has been designed from the ground up for the best mobile experience. Rainbow Six Mobile will require all tactical strategies that you would expect from the iconic Tom Clancy series: breach through walls, rappel down buildings, smash through windows, and much more. Furthermore, you can compete against other online players at your convenience from across the globe. As an attacker, you will have a plethora of gadgets at your disposal to ensure that you can not only break through your opponent's defenses, but also maintain your position. As a defender, it's your role to reinforce and protect your position at all costs. Scott, they're bringing over the usual modes that we always play: secure the area, which honestly we never play. The big one for us is bomb, right? We play bomb. You want to have that main objective. The pros play that. Obviously, we're not pros, but that's our preferred game mode as well. We go in there for that one.
Kyle and I were playing Escort the VIP yesterday,
Oh,
and I thought, well, that's weird. I forgot that was even in there.
Because we just never play it, right? We always play bomb every night. So it's one of those things. Now you get into mixing it up. Will you try this out, Scott?
I am very curious. Now, if this is going to be a free-to-play download, then I absolutely will try it. Yeah. I have a hard time putting any money into anything mobile-based, but that's just, I think that's just old world mentality. It's a new world now.
Well, it is, right? And the thing is, dude, it actually looks really good. I'm impressed by the trailer. If that's what the game
controls. That's gonna be weird.
That's right. That's the biggest thing, is how well does that feel going controllerless and being on a touchscreen for a mobile platform. Now you can adapt controllers if you're really looking to get into that way, and you can go about doing that. That is another option, right?
That makes it a little harder to hide in the bathroom at work.
No. So yeah, dude. Yeah, like I put a ton of hours into PUBG Mobile, and I'm wondering if this is now going to take over. I was talking with Crystal this morning about it, and she goes, they could beat, because this is supposed to be coming out this year, they could beat Apex to the launch of a mobile game.
Oh, that's a big one. Yeah.
That's a good point, right? Like we still haven't seen anything. We see it over in other countries right now being tested.
Yeah, that's all that I've heard so far. And that was months ago now.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we'll dude, you can sign up right now. You can get your chance to get in there and play early, so you maybe get in and test the game out. But I'm actually kind of excited to play PUBG Mobile, Rainbow Six Mobile, and see how well it stands up to what we play on a daily basis right around here. So we'll definitely see. Scott, it just doesn't end. Dude, it just never ends. Blue Box Game Studio addresses abandoned cancellation rumors. Let's go from wrestling a block over Game Informer.
That's a drink. Everybody who's taking note at home, that's another one.
Oh man, Blue Box Game Studios revealed Abandoned, a PlayStation 5 exclusive survival horror game, in April of last year, and since then it's been on a ride, and not a particular great one. After people began to speculate that Abandoned was actually a new Silent Hill game, we only speculated that because of Blue Box, Scott, right?
Yeah, like, nobody put that idea into our heads more than the development team.
Then some began to speculate that somehow Hideo Kojima was behind Abandoned, and Blue Box was seen as BB, like the term used throughout Death Stranding. Despite Blue Box, dude, again, that was played up by Blue Box themselves, which part of me says I can't blame you, but the other side of it, that did not turn out well in your favor, right? That's the biggest thing. So Blue Box reiterated that it was not associated with Kojima, and a few days later, people spotted another tie between the famed director and the studio. Things subsided for a few weeks, and then Blue Box posted yet another thing that caused people to further speculate that Blue Box Kojima connection. Since all of this, Blue Box's playable Abandoned prologue has yet to be released, as promised in Q1 of 2022. In speculation that Abandoned had been canceled began to rise. Now I've talked to our good friend Northern Nerdcast pretty heavily on this. Dude, they have yet to really announce or release anything. You and I covered this, I think, last week as well, right? So
I think they had one technical demo that had come out and then was pulled less than a year later.
yeah, yikes, right? Like that's dude, that is not a good thing at all. Dear community.
I'm wondering how good would it have been if Kojima really was behind it.
Oh man, then it would be acceptable.
I hope it's
right.
I hope he's not attached to it at all at this point. But a year ago, if that had come to light, that would have been a whole different story.
So we have a quote here. It says, "Dear community, recently we have been bombarded with requests and questions regarding the development status of for Abandon. In regards to the latest rumors regarding Abandon being canceled, our response to this is that these rumors are false. We are working to reveal via the real-time experience app, who does that, and online channels along with the prologue for the game." Dude, nobody, I'm not even going to read the rest of it. It is just one of those things. This studio has put themselves on fire, and not in a good way, and it's just caused them one headache after another. Here's the biggest thing, Scott. If you notice, though, all these fires lead people to be talking about this company.
Yeah, no, it seems to be an effective way of marketing, although it's devious, very, very devious.
It is, right? It's one of those things that, they're still in the media. They're still being talked about day in and day out because of the fire they put themselves in. And it's just, man, you can think to yourself, there's one way to have good publicity, and then there's another way to do it. And the way they're doing it, dude, everybody's just trashing them while we talk about it, right? Like, it doesn't come as a good conversation.
Is anything productive going to come out of it? Like I could jump in front of a news camera and say whatever and get out there into the spotlight. But what is the point of all that if nothing is coming?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it's still in the works if you're interested. But besides that, dude, let's move on because I'm done talking about them. I really am at this point. I think I am now going to abandon them completely until they actually release something. So Steam Deck shipments are ramping up, though, according to Valve. This comes from Sarah over at Game Rant. Valve's new handheld gaming device, the Steam Deck, is doing quite well for the company. Many fans are still waiting for their opportunity to get their hands on one, with reservations going back to 2021. Those who were too late to reserve a Steam Deck to receive one during the first wave of shipments will likely be glad to hear the latest update. Steam has announced that confirmation emails are now being sent out to those who pre-ordered with a Q2 release window estimate. Dude, that's cool. I still really want one. I really do.
Yeah, no, as it gets out there more and more, I'm very curious about it. I haven't seen many people speaking about it. No. Not since the very first week.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it was a hot topic for about the week, and then it really seemed to fizzle off, didn't it?
Yeah, I really haven't heard much development, upgrades, anything like that coming down.
No, yeah, for sure, without a doubt. Scott, why don't you take the next one? Because this is a you game.
You're just totally secluding yourself from this game, eh? All right.
I'm out.
Well, Elden Ring hackers, this is not good news, by the way. Elden Ring hackers are ruining players' save files. Oh,
that sucks. Messy. Yeah.
Yeah. From Software's most recent game, Elden Ring, which was made by the Game of Thrones creator, R.R. Martin, has been out for almost a month. Fans of the software, or of From Software games, have been liking Elden Ring a lot. Yep. Its success has caused the studio to gain a new fan base as well. Elden Ring's insanely difficult bosses to its open, beautiful world, many gamers have been enjoying the game. Unfortunately, there are some players that have more fun by ruining Elden Ring for others than by fighting bosses.
Unbelievable.
Now, there's been some debate as to what a griefer means. This is the definition of a griefer here. Yeah. Exploring their surroundings and working with other gamers. Well, it's common for players to invade other games. Some PC players are taking advantage of this and taking things way too far by hacking them. When a player gets hacked, their game will crash. Once they return to Elden Ring, they will discover that instead of playing the game as they would, they repeatedly die by falling off of the map. Oh, that's a dirty one.
Isn't it? Dude, like, why? Why do people do this? This is something that it boggles my mind. I don't understand. So many people love playing this game. That is fantastic. Why don't you just leave them a heck alone and let them play the game? We had Nate. We did a Covenant House charity stream for Main Mission. Fantastic turnout. We helped raise $50,000. Thank you to everybody who came out to that and supported us and supported that great cause, and all the streamers that helped throughout the 12-hour stream. In that 12-hour stream, Nate and I did a segment in there, and he talked about his time with Elden Ring. Dude, 170 hours he's sitting at right now.
Yeah, I bet it was hard to get him to stop telling you about Elden Ring.
I think, yeah, we got to wrap this up, man. Let's go. We got to introduce the next streamer. But yeah.
So how's Fallout going?
It was funny because he's still playing that too, right? He's back and forth between the two. But he's been back helping his brothers because Elden Ring is co-op. You can go in and help, bring people along and stuff. And he's helped his brothers do that, which then kind of brought them into this whole other genre that they've never been a part of. And then you got people like this that just go on in there and cause grief. Like, that's just, why?
Yeah, no.
Why?
If you want to repeatedly show up to somebody's fight and you 1v1 them into submission, that's at least adversarial. I can understand that. I can expect it. But if you're just going in and altering game files, changing the save on it, what's the point? It reminds me of those kids in high school that used to go and just destroy every snowman they find on the way home.
Yeah.
Because they get a cackle out of breaking things, and I can't believe those people haven't grown up.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Scott. But dude, we got a lineup confirmed by Sony for what's coming in April for PS Now. Outer Wilds will be kicking things off. WRC 10 FIA World Rally Championship, Journey to the Savage Planet, which is a cool game, and Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthbound. So if you have PlayStation Now, and we see a lot of people too jumping on this subscription plus thing right now, going there, and they're I don't know. We'll talk about that one tomorrow because we're going to be out of time here shortly, Scott. But we're going to carry that one over. The subscription thing, people are stacking. They're stacking, dude. And I get why they're doing it. It's just one of those weird things, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some sort of an exploit. I'm not sure if we should highlight it or if it'll be swept under the rug very quickly.
Yeah, I think honestly, already Sony has debunked that whole scenario and stopped it already.
Oh.
So yeah,
Okay.
They're pretty quick to respond to that one. But Scott, we do have a game announcement. What do we have there, man?
We have a Trek to Yomi's cinematic Samurai Tale is launching on May 5th. Okay, we are getting close. That video, that little teaser that they showed off was something that caught my eye, that's for sure.
It was cool. Dude, it's cool. Go ahead.
That one was highlighted, I believe, as part of the PS State of Play.
Yes.
But it is worth noting it's coming to the PC, PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, XS, and it will be on Game Pass day one. So it's hard to
miss.
Well, sorry, Sony, you almost snuck off with that one, but I'm looking forward to that one.
No, absolutely. It's one of those things, though, right? All of a sudden, you see Game Pass, people are like, see ya. Right, that's the power of what Game Pass has really brought to the forefront for Xbox. I think is now that mind share of, is it on Game Pass? Is it there? Oh, there it is. Boom. That's where you go.
Try it first on Game Pass, I think is their motto even.
Yep, absolutely. Scott, we do have a couple releases.
We also
today.
have some full releases. Yeah, we have the Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, and that's on PS4, 5, Xbox One, XS, Switch, and PC. There's a lot of those Lego games, eh? They're really catching on.
Certainly are, yeah.
We have MLB The Show 22, available now. PS4, 5, Xbox One, XS, and the Switch, curiously enough. We talked about that shortly.
Yep.
We have Legal Dungeon on Xbox One. That brings up I have a few questions about that game. We have Replica on PlayStation 4.
There we go. There's definitely some highlights there. I know a lot of people right now are checking out the Lego game, without a doubt. And MLB The Show, Corey and I are currently working on, but we're grinding that one out. So that one's going to take a little bit. But this has been ITG Daily, a show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, where you can join us live over on twitch.tv/the official ITG, as well as YouTube at ITG Reviews. But if you can't join us live, hit us up later inside the game.ca podcast services and TV streaming networks around the globe. Until tomorrow, everybody, I'm Drew, that's Scott, and we'll see you inside the game.